Hey, Vault Dweller. I may have something for you. Unless you just came by to chat. Here, take this, and, don't ask where I got it. What about it? You just keep beating that dead horse, don't you? Look, I already said I was sorry, and gave you a significant peace offering. So let's bury it out back and get on with our lives. All right? Haven't decided yet. I'm actually hoping those Secret Service guys manage to establish an official currency again. If they do, that gold will buy me a lot of power. But until then, I'll have to settle for being one of the world's richest men. Pending. I don't appreciate you trying to make it sound like I was useless. And my trusty revolver would say otherwise. I may not have been able to get us past security, but I still put my life on the line. And probably saved yours at least half a dozen times by my count. So maybe show a little humility and appreciation, hotshot. Well, it's about time someone said it. But really, the pleasure's all mine. Okay, sure. My story? I'm afraid you're gonna have to be a little more specific than that. Come back later if you're looking for handouts. But if all you want is conversation, I can oblige. My story? I'm afraid... Well, they call me Gentleman Johnny Two Guns Weston. Well, at least they used to back in the day. Kept the gentleman part because it's true. Well, I wisened up and realized the old two guns gimmick was great for intimidating people, but it was shit in practice. You get much more accuracy with a single revolver. Anyway, I don't mind that people spread that old legend. Keeps them on their toes, you know? A little of this, a little of that. Mostly whatever the heck I want. My long suits, my specialties, are infiltration and pulling off cons. But I have many skills, and how I choose to employ them is up to me. See, Meg's not my boss. I don't answer to her. What we've got is a mutually beneficial kind of arrangement here. We share resources and we share rewards, but neither of us expects one from the other. It's a funny story. I came across them on the trail, acted like I belonged, and it took them weeks to realize that no one actually recruited me. Anyway, I mostly ran a few personal jobs for Meg. Well, one thing led to another, and we started seeing a lot more of each other due to my particular skills and her particular needs. When she picked up, I followed, since it was working out for both of us. Then she made the call to settle out here, and, well, being the gentleman I am, I decided to stick around rather than run. I don't really talk about it. I'm from all over. I used to see a lot of military bases as a kid, until I struck out on my own. When the bombs dropped, I was living in New York. Or maybe Boston. Or it could have been Detroit or L.A. Maybe even England. Sorry you don't get to know. No one does. And I've got my reasons for keeping it that way. And I'm safer for it. You sure don't waste any time getting personal. I have no idea about my family. I left them well before the war. They could be dust for all I care. As for romantic partners, I've had many, and there's always room for more. But sorry to dash your hopes and dreams, Vault Dweller. I'm sure you're great in the sack. You're just not really my type.